Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So we're seeing a pop of green this morning in the crypto space. Bitcoin trading above 11,000, up 9.37%. Guys, and just like that, we're starting to see gains again. Ethereum 293 up 4.69. XRP trading just above 40 cents, up 1.72%. The market cap right now for the crypto space just above 318 billion, 318.8 to be exact. And this is great. When we're looking at the charts here, Bitcoin, like I said, when we were talking about this yesterday morning, Bitcoin was trading down and around this zone here, just trading, I think it was trading at $9,999 per BTC. At this point, traders are realizing that anything under the $10,000 mark now for a Bitcoin is a good deal, and so they were buying it up. And of course, now look at where the trend is. We moved all the way up, and so this is the movement that we've seen since yesterday morning. Corrected a little bit, but now on its journey upwards, guys. I'm telling you, I think there's a new narrative for Bitcoin, and I think it is anything under 10,000 is a steal of a deal. Remember when XRP hit under 30 cents and everybody was buying up XRP? Popped up over the 30 cent mark, and now it feels like 40 cents is that target for XRP. So anything under 40 cents is where people will really start buying up, really start gobbling up as much as they can. Okay, this is XRP on an hourly, just to kind of give you guys some perspective. But Bitcoin is obviously the one that we have to follow in order to gauge where the market could go next. Increased volume here, as you guys can see throughout yesterday. So I put this line here just kind of demonstrating where the $10,000 mark was. And yesterday there was this long candlestick here. You can't really see the tail. I really wish you could see it a little better. But short body, long tail, longish wick here, coupled with a lot of volume. So it's this one that I'm talking about here, coupled with a lot of volume, denoting that the trend could change, and sure enough it did, and we're seeing upward momentum. Also coupled with the fact that, again guys, $10,000 I think is that new number for traders to be looking at. And this article here, Pullbacks will not stop the bull market. Will what goes up stay up? And so, the July 2nd pullback, which shaved off over 30% of Bitcoin's price and briefly pulled its price below the five-figure mark, is one such illustration. Peter Brandt, the veteran financial assets trader, recently opined with factual sentiment that fear should not shroud the minds of the uninhibited, as the Bitcoin markets of yesteryear have recorded severe pullbacks, with the recent one only qualifying as mild, in his words. The parabolic advances that were a regular occurrence during 2015 to 2017 saw worse bearish movement. And his full tweet reads, "The recent 30.5% correction in Bitcoin is mild compared to the many corrections in the 2015 to 2017 parabolic advance." So again, guys, we went from, what did we go from? 13,880 all the way down here to a low of 96.14. That only represented a 30.8% correction total before we started to see the market rebounding back up. So if you saw these kinds of corrections in the stock market, you would probably be worried. But this is par for the course for cryptocurrency. And so just to put some things into perspective for you guys, if I were to tell you in an utterly frenzied and panicked state that BTC's price dropped $170 in over a week, you would slap me silly, and rightfully so. At the time when Bitcoin's price can move by thousands of dollars in a day, a mere $100 movement is inconsequential. However, the November 2015 pullback that made it to the top of Brandt's list was just that, a $170 drop from $480 to $310, resulting in the 41.3% correction. So perspective is everything. Time is everything. In November 2015, when Bitcoin was only trading in three figures, a $170 move was big. And so we always have to consider that it's the percentage that we're looking at. And 41.3% is indeed a large correction. But this, again, only a 30.8% correction. So I think we're good. I don't ever want to say it, but I'm going to say it. I think we're out of the woods, guys. Let's move on here, though, on Twitter. XR Fanatic or XRP Fanatic at JP_Hystique tagging me in this tweet here, and this is the Christine Lagarde statement. Christine Lagarde, I am honored to have been nominated for the ECB presidency in light of this, and in consultation with the Ethics Committee of the IMF Executive Board, I've decided to temporarily relinquish my responsibilities as IMF Managing Director during the nomination period. So, Christine Lagarde, moving on to a higher position. EU leaders choose France's Lagarde for ECB after a marathon summit, so it looks as if she has been chosen. European Union leaders agreed on Tuesday to name France's Christine Lagarde as the new head of the European Central Bank, and sealed a deal on filling the EU's top 4 jobs after marathon talks that have exposed deep divisions in the bloc. So Christine Lagarde, head of the European Central Bank, we know she is cozy with members of Ripple, and of course is very pro cryptocurrency with regards to the technology and being able to leverage it in order to help countries level the playing field. It'll help with trade and hopefully allow businesses to perform global transactions more seamlessly. So 3 days of summit negotiations that at times look close to collapse ended with a deal that now must be approved by the European Parliament and was immediately rejected by the Socialist and Green bloc in the Assembly in Strasbourg. Done, said Luxembourg's Prime Minister Xavier Bettel, who was first to break the news on Twitter that leaders had finally clinched a deal. And so congratulations to Christine Lagarde on that. More news here. A former Ripple employee is also making a move. This is Catherine Coley, excited to serve as the CEO of BAM Trading Services, the operator of Binance US and Binance America. Grateful to have developed XRP markets and liquidity alongside an amazing team, Ripple, and to partner now with Binance to exchange the world. Huge news here. So she was working within the liquidity sector at Ripple, now moving to Binance, going to be helping them out. And guys, there was no ill will here. Brad Garlinghouse mentions in this tweet here, big congrats to Ripple's former head of XRP institutional liquidity at Crypto Coley, and her role as CEO of BAM operator of Binance US and Binance America. Awesome to see outstanding Ripple alums like her going out and impacting the broader crypto ecosystem. And so this is what you need as a company like Ripple. You need to maintain connections because you know you will be working with these same people down the road. It's great to see this kind of thing. And I'm sure Binance did not hire Catherine Coley on a whim. She's got a lot of experience working within the liquidity division at Ripple. Transferable skills? I think so. And so a huge congrats as well to Catherine Coley as well as Christine Lagarde. And we know, guys, at the beginning of the month, there's always a Ripple escrow release. And so this is just an article to that effect. 0.9 billion XRP to kickstart the month. Guys, I link all these articles in the description if you want to read them further. And this tweet here from Whale Alert, so that represents just over 79 million US dollars. But more importantly, Ripple invests $500 million to drive growth of XRP ecosystem. And so this is for the Spring Initiative. Ripple is investing in blockchain and crypto-related companies through its fundraising arm Spring at a rapid rate. The San Francisco payment startup says it just crossed $500 million in total investments. Ripple created Spring in May of last year with the mission of providing investments and grants to entrepreneurs who utilize the XRP token and the XRP ledger. So more money being pumped into the ecosystem in order for XRP to thrive. And this article here just lists a couple of the projects that have been funded by the Spring Initiative. Good on Ripple for keeping up with this. You know, of course, they have skin in the game. They need to see the XRP token become utilized in this ecosystem. And they're the only ones who are really building out in this regard. You don't see any other companies, any other cryptocurrency companies doing this same kind of thing. You know, promoting a specific cryptocurrency token the way Ripple is promoting XRP. Okay, and there's a reason for this, guys. The real world utility. We need to drive utility in order for things to take off. And so part of that has to do with fundraising initiatives. Part of that has to do with companies saying that they are going to use the XRP token. So with the MoneyGram partnership, Ripple's SVP says that this is an enabler for driving real world use cases. And so this is talking about Kahina Van Dyke and her statement recently. So the entry of non-financial and technological giants into the crypto market has put blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies in the limelight. Consequentially, a plethora of companies such as Facebook are trying to make their mark in the payments realm. On the other hand, existing players such as Ripple have also taken new steps, announcing a partnership with MoneyGram. And guys, this was from a couple of weeks ago now. That was a big partnership. And so that is aimed at stealing some of Facebook's intended market. While the topic maintains its allure, Ripple's official Twitter handle highlighted Kahina Van Dyke's take on the overall situation. She was quoted as saying, "Blockchain and crypto power payments are going to be the start of a massive efficiency in a system that just hasn't had a lot of other options." You know, they talk about democratizing cross-border payments, and this has been a big theme in some of my videos as of late. The idea that anybody can now send money cross borders really opens it up for so many people to do so much more than what they were originally able to accomplish. They mentioned the Facebook connection here, and guys, I don't know if you guys remember from last year, Ripple hires Facebook payments exec and names new CTO, and this is indeed Kahina Van Dyke, the person who made this statement. So, a lot of things going on in the space. I'm sure Van Dyke still has connections to her Facebook pals, you know, because all these people talk, right? They're in such a small world when it comes to cryptocurrency development and that sub-segment of Silicon Valley. So, I wouldn't be surprised if she has knowledge from her pals back at Facebook at her former employer. Meanwhile, Ripple is still building out the ecosystem. And as we're slowly seeing real-world utility begin to bloom, the cryptocurrency market is moving higher steadily after a healthy correction. So did any of you buy more XRP as it was hovering under 40 cents? Did you buy something else? Tell me in the comments because I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.